Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Eden Stars Season 2, Episode 5. I'm Enigmius, and today we're headed back to our base. We're going to try and get a turret on our base today, which I think is a pretty reasonable goal. I spent quite a bit of time in the last couple of days making some adjustments to the recording settings in the hopes that we can get some more detail conveyed in the final product uploaded to YouTube. So let me know if this is a little bit better compared to the first few episodes in this second season, and we can go from there. But the result is that there's not really a lot of time that I had to prepare plans or whatever for this episode, so we're just going to kind of go with the flow with, like I say, the primary goal of getting a turret on the top of our base to help with the ICAs, so that we can either fight alongside it or leave it to fight the guys up top and head down to the ground level and take care of the splinter mites. In the process of testing things, basically involved changing some settings in the recording software and then loading the game and running around and doing a bunch of stuff, and then taking a look at the recording that we got from that, making some adjustments, repeat kind of thing. And in the process of running around, I learned a lot about a number of different things that were kind of useful, specifically different kinds of plants that would allow us to make certain things. I found out where to find those kind of plants. And also, I found a hive that spawned Ica, and when you destroy one of the Ica, it drops an item that yields 20 plasma fire, which is what's used to make gunpowder. Only you get 20 instead of the one that you would get from the splinters left behind by splinter mites. So we were able to learn a few things. Now it's just an opportunity, or now it's just an issue of finding an opportunity to apply them. So we do have to get back to our base. Can't get too carried away. I see the base on the compass, but I don't see the beacon up in the sky, which is not that big of a deal. There's the waterfall from an interesting view. Don't get to see it like that very often. And I guess we're going to go kind of up and over-ish. Uh-oh. I don't have that much health that I can afford to be bouncing off things like that all the time. I have to be a little bit careful. I know I need protonite in order to be able to make a turret, which is why I'm a little bit more aggressive about gathering the trees instead of just running straight through, is because I know I'm going to need it, so I might as well grab it while I can. And I know I'm going to need seeds so that I can make more of the cooked food, so I should be gathering from the red grass patches as I see them. But overall, we're not really in a position to be doing any kind of concentrated gathering missions, like going after a specific resource in a specific location, which isn't necessarily a bad thing at this stage of the game. Save those kinds of expeditions for when we actually have more than the Gauss rifle or the Gauss cannon upgrade to keep ourselves out of trouble. Look at this. It's another one of the big guys just trying to get to lunch, and the dog just keeps biting him in the ass. Look at him dance. He's like, ow, they bite me in the ass. That hurts. And given that the dog is at full health and the big guy is losing health at a noticeable rate, I would have to put this one in the dog's hands as the potential victor, and I want to be around when this guy disintegrates so that I can see what he drops. That's just a rude business, dog. That's just... You should be ashamed of yourself. Even the bald running turkeys are like, that's just disgusting. Stop, guys, look at this. Look what he's doing. It's gross. Just look. Yeah, see? Oh. Here comes the cavalry. Wow, he just exploded into bits. We got morsel 6. What's this here? Morsel 1. Dog should have been just happy with what he got from the big guy. he had done that, he might still be alive. That's it. It just exploded everywhere, and in the time it took us to find half of it, the rest disappeared. So let that be a lesson to you, expiring Ferris 7 dwellers. Don't lose sight of the loot, because it's not going to be there for very long. There we go. There's our base. All this running that we had to do. 13 minutes left in the day. Since we're out of stamina, we will grab some of this stuff. And a little more meat. Finding that the business of grabbing the dogs and slamming them into the ground is not especially reliable, because the right mouse button on my mouse is almost completely worn out now. It just started acting up a few days ago, and now it's almost completely shot. So I can't be assured of being able to maintain the grip on the dog long enough to do the slam. So I've just been focusing on slapping them around with my baton. Screw it. I'm not wasting any time. It doesn't seem to be too much of a problem with the gathering. Like, this is a right mouse button action as well. But, yeah, it's just kind of a thing. You don't realize how much you use your right mouse button until it doesn't work properly anymore. Such can be said about so many things in life. Use it or lose it. I saw you. You're just so not stealthy. You too. 6 cartilage from that guy. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Wow, that's just savage. Lots of food. Always like to get lots of food. It's there's something to be said about that feeling of knowing that the basic resources are taken care of, and that's when you can start planning the more advanced expeditions. Alright, so we're gonna head upstairs. We're gonna put some things in the fabricators to cook. We're gonna build our turret. We're gonna do probably a run around and make sure things are prepared in anticipation of the coming night's festivities. We aren't gonna need that. We are gonna need that. We got that. All of these. I think we're good. Yep. We're good. So we have, wow. Oops, I didn't want to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this one. That's okay. We'll be fine. And this guy. Seeds, blah blah blah. Tuck that away. I know we're not going to need that for anything. We'll tuck that away. We got to be getting close to enough cartilage to do something. It's apparently a component for upgrading armor. It's the only thing that I know about it. So we're going to keep that in mind. Look at that. Already the need for repairs. The staircase. This is where the splinter mites the other night got all the way up to here and started barfing their splinters all over the place, which of course then explode and damage everything around them. And still, can't repair any foundations. I should learn from that and stop trying, but what can you do? Oh, that's something else that we had to do. Is build a proper way to get to the upper deck. We'll take this guy out of the way. And we'll bring up the build menu. Primitives. There it is. There we are, and oops. Defenses. A auto turret. There it is. So I think it's trying to tell me something about power consumption. Which is to say at this point that we're basically maxed out. If we want to add anything else that consumes power, I think we have to add another Eden kit or a generator. Do we have enough to build a generator? Let's find out. Utilities. Replication unit. Oh, I think that's what I think. The replication unit is what allows you to respawn back at your base. I think that would be kind of a good thing. Tunnel power generator requires 25 tunnel. We have 23. Great. But at least we know what's required. So we're gonna hide some of this stuff away. Everything seems to be in good shape, pending this evening's onslaught from all of the baddies. Turn off the build interface, and let's see here. We've got more food and more food. So what are we looking at for time? 7 minutes. We might as well jump down here and just gather for a little while. We could use some stuff, the vesicles for hydration. Would not be a bad thing to have. More seeds, more meat, protonite. So we did a bunch of gathering. And now it's time to run back to our base and defend it against all the things that require defense. Of course, beating the crap out of dogs on our way is not necessarily a bad use of our time. We'll see. And I want to see how that turret is going to work. If it's going to be the thing that we need, or the thing we deserve. Just have to find out. We are going to be able to make it uptime. We're going to be able to make it up top in time to see how everything kind of plays out. We're going to have to continue evolving this structure, and soon. I think maybe the next episode, that's what we'll focus on, is kind of improving the flow of moving around it, and also making sure that our poor little Eden kit down there doesn't have great big gaping holes leading to it for the Ica to exploit. So we got 4, 3, 2, 1, nighttime. Let's make sure that our own personal weapons are equipped. This guy is ready to behave. We've got a bird over there that's just so tempting to clobber, but we have to save our ammunition until we've got an abundance. A small supply just isn't going to cut it. We need an abundance before we start wasting it shooting at birds like that. 30 seconds in. So far, it's been pretty tame. They snuck up on me. What a bunch of jerks. It looked like the first one to die dropped something, but I don't know what that something might be. Turret did a pretty decent job, I have to say. Took a little bit of damage, which is to be expected. The turrets are the kinds of things that we have to repair on a consistent basis. Look, there's 4 of them coming over the ridge now. Or at least they were going to. Maybe they saw the turret and ran away. Alright, we do have to keep an eye out for splinter mites. Like that guy, right there. Speak of the devil. Now, the previous night, these guys had no problems getting up the stairs. Now, apparently, it's a problem for them. Okay, so taking the fight to them is actually counterproductive in some ways, because then they don't explode into the splintery bits. And no splintery bits means no plasma fire, and no plasma fire means no ammunition. That's That's the chain that we have to be aware of. We need that plasma fire. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Wow. 3 health remaining. Is that how it's going to play out? That'll help a bit. Actually, that's not bad as reload speeds go. But the rate of recovery of health is not that great from food. So the Ika aren't dropping anything. The Splinter Mites aren't dropping anything. They're coming at us in fairly large numbers. Oh, look, he dropped something. What is it? A biosac. I didn't really want that. I could have lived without that. I know we actually need biosacs for something. It's one of the cooked items. But that's not necessarily to say that I'm looking forward to it. Look at that, he's down to 530 out of 700. So it's so far not too bad. We got a little over a minute left before daytime comes back and the Ika go away. But we're definitely going to have to make a daily habit of going after whatever turrets we have with all the materials that we need to repair them and getting that taken care of, because we don't want to lose them at a critical moment. It seems to be that the amount of bad guys that are spawned is influenced in some way by the amount of firepower that we have to throw at them. What a bunch of jerks. 30 seconds remain. So the next episode, we're going to do a little bit of work on the compound. We're going to try and, like I say, we're going to expand it a little bit. We're going to hopefully improve the flow and improve the defenses for the Eden kit, even though it doesn't seem to be that critical element anymore. And then we're going to go from there. Oh, there's another file sack that we don't want. Come here. We'll remind ourselves what that's for in the next episode as well. And then look, of course, the end of the day, the end of the night. Something. Hey, that wasn't an Ika or a Splintermite. That was a guy on legs. I don't think I like him. But if that's going to be the case, that they're going to be coming after us now, a third kind of bad guy, then we're going to have to keep that very firmly in mind. More meat. Alright, so the next episode we're going to be doing all kinds of different things. We don't have a set plan just yet, but we have a general idea. So if you want to be notified about that episode, you can always subscribe to my channel or follow me on social media. Links for social media are always in the information section below the video. Feel free to leave your comments and feedback. Remember, let me know if the video quality was improved. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.